Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Joining me now is Ginette Gotswiller with American Angus Association. Ginette, thank you so much for being on this morning. You know, we're kind of taking it back to basics this show, and as customers are seeing more and more of these program cattle, they're asking questions, and so we thought we'd have you on this morning. You know, we're seeing a lot of our customers that are enrolling in the AngusLink program offered by the American Angus Association, and a lot of people are seeing those genetic merit scores on the screen, and wondering what they are. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about those genetic merit scores we see?
Well, first of all, Beth, we definitely want to thank Superior for all their support. We sure enjoy the relationship that we have. And, you know, the way that you guys have put those genetic merit scores front center is awesome for us and for those customers and buyers. And just kind of, like you said, just a brief down to basic, we have a 3-score system, which is beef, grid, and feedlot score. And that overall beef score is one of those scores that has a $B kind of component in the background. And for those producers that understand the EPD, it's put on a system that is not difficult to understand. So it's from a 0 to 200 system with 100 being average. And that would be for all 3 of those scores. The grid score, I think, is one of those that is definitely one of the best things up there to look at, because sometimes you get to see that CAB targeting the brand logo with that. And for those scores that are a 125 and above, sometimes you will see that targeting the brand logo. And what that kind of means is for those buyers and for those producers to know is that those calves could potentially meet those certified Angus beef requirements once that score is over that 125. So, you know, it's a great way to convey the genetic value of that group of calves at a very economical cost, because if those producers have all Angus sires, the genetic merit scores are free. And you know what's even better is some guys choose not to publish maybe their scores because they're using them as a benchmark so that they can get better before they do that. And again, going back, as you said, there to basics. So on that 0 to 200, that's an index score, and so it is using all of those dollar values from the American Angus Association database that is one of the largest databases in the world for, well, I guess maybe in the U.S., for the genetic merit. So that's some of the basics about how we came up with those scores, and you know, we have some data and definitely have done some testing to know that they work for those producers. Obviously, feed yard buyers know the value of it as well, because it gives them a little bit of indication how much more they'd like to pay for those cattle that are scoring really well.
Well, and you know, like you said, you and I talked about, this is just another way that the American Angus Association is working to benefit both the seed stock producer and the commercial producer and helping them in making better decisions. If people want more information, where can they go?
You know, we have great website, AngusLink.com, or of course they can visit Angus.org and access the commercial programs through that. It gives a great overview of each of those scores and what that kind of puts together for each of those producers.
Well, I appreciate you being on this morning. They're wrapping us up. They didn't give us much time to talk. We could have talked a whole lot longer, couldn't we? Don't go anywhere. When we return, we'll close the show with world champion auctioneer Charlie Cummings.